Okay, so have you heard of Sarah Robbins? Anybody know Sarah Robbins? Well, she's one of my, in fact, I want to say she is my favorite network marketer. Sarah Robbins is a kindergarten teacher, and at a young age, around 24, 25, was introduced to network marketing while she was still teaching. And she loved it, fell in love straight away, Roden and Fields. She was one of the first people to launch Roden and Fields. She today does over, not $1 million, $1 billion in sales a year. Her and her team. This woman is my absolute idol. I've got her book. I've got a number of her books right here all over my desk. She calls her team rock stars, and she is brilliant. Now, she invited a content specialist called Charlene Johnson onto one of her team coaches to teach the team how to do content creation. I'm in Sarah's Inner Circle coaching group, so I get all the stuff that she does. So we're going to watch now, it's about 40 minutes, I think, where this woman is going to teach us how to create content. Are you ready? Yay. I love leveraging other people and their expertise. I think it's so fun to listen and learn to different people or from different people. So here we go. Go.
First of all, I want to just make sure I can share my screen. So let's see if I can do that, because I have a bunch of cool stuff I want to show you guys. So I can, correct? So let's see, one participant at a time. Let's see. Yeah, cool. It's going to let me do that. But I think I have to set some sound things and share sound. There we go. Cool. All right, we're good. But I'm not, am I going to share that yet? Well, let's go there. Why don't we? Well, I think this is probably the first thing that is perhaps even the most valuable thing to just like wrap your head around. Do you guys like to shop? Oh yeah. I mean, drop in the comments if you love when someone shares like a great deal or something that just like you're like, oh, I need that. Shopping makes us feel good. We all freaking like to shop. I mean, if you watch the news, if you watch like any daytime show, the reason why they have a segment on every single show of things that you should buy for back to school, or things that you should buy for sending your kid off to school, or things that you should buy for the holidays. The reason why they do that, ladies and gentlemen, is because we freaking love to shop. It entertains us and it makes us feel good. So please stop with fearing the idea that you're selling. You're not. You're allowing people to enjoy something that they love doing. So the first thing you have to do is just like change your whole mindset around all of this. I want to share with you how it is I've been able to sell almost $6 million on Instagram stories alone without advertising. And I'm going to give you like my exact template. And I do this without selling. I do this in an approach that's very updated. And I think the reason why most people feel really uncomfortable selling is because they're selling. Can't you always tell when someone's selling you, right? You can just freaking tell. It makes your skin crawl. It's just so obvious when someone is selling you. And that is why most of us are super sensitive to it when we feel like, oh, other people are trying to sell us. It's because we have this like hypersensitive alert. Like you can just tell. You can see somebody walking down the street with a clipboard in a certain outfit. You know what I'm talking about? You look out your window and you're like, oh, they're coming to our house. We have a no soliciting sign out front, but they're coming. And you like dive under a table and pretend we're not home. And you like call your family members like, they're coming. Like we act like it's so scary because none of us want to be scammed. None of us want to get talked into something that we don't want and don't need. But we all want to buy things. So let's start by talking about, because I'm gonna go really, really fast. I'm gonna tell you when to take screenshots. You guys be ready to take screenshots, all right? because I know you've got so much to get to today, but some of the social selling strategies that are most common are people saying, they'll do a post on Instagram and they'll say, hit the link in my bio. How often do you see that? Type in number 1 if you see that all the time. Type in number 2 if you have done that yourself. Okay, good. I'm going to move this chat over here so I can see you guys. Awesome. Yep. Okay, cool. The other reason why we try to sell is with engagement, right? So when we've got low engagement, then we're like, God, I can't get anyone to even like get them like respond to me on my stories. I can't get people to comment on my posts, and that is often because we're monologuing and we know like we're approaching social media like we have to sell people, and it's just the wrong mentality. So it's making you nervous. It's making them nervous, and it's making them avoid you. You know that person in your life who is just, they're so uncomfortable in their own skin. Do you know someone like that? Like they're so uncomfortable to be around with, and you're just like, ugh, they make me uncomfortable. And you start getting uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable. And then you feel like you have to make them comfortable, and that's really uncomfortable. And then you're like, just like, oh God, I don't want to see them because they make me so uncomfortable. That's what's happening in a lot of people's social media. When you share, when you say, oh, hit my link in my bio, you're going to notice right away, reach is considerably lower. Like you will get, this is an average, but some people get like 0 reach as soon as they say link in bio, right? And you're going to get very few clicks on that link. And of those clicks, there is a less than 1% click-through rate. So we're talking, it's like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. And that's just of the people who did click. You know what I mean? So it's just a very ineffective, frustrating way to do things. And how many of you have felt very discouraged about what it is you do, and even question whether you're in the right business or with the right company, because it's just not friggin' working. And you've questioned yourself, and you've even questioned, like, is this right for me? Type in number 1. If you've done that, you're like, yeah, this isn't just not working. I don't know why it's working for other people, but it's definitely not working for me. If we had more time, I could explain why it does work for certain people. But the short answer is it works for certain people because they've been doing it so long, they have a huge following. That's why. So if you're trying to do what that person's doing who already has a huge following, it ain't going to work. They got there long before you did. They already have a ginormous following. Don't do what they do. Do not do what they do. Okay? I'm going to teach you what to do tonight. How does that sound? Excited about that? I'm going to share it like exactly word for word what to do and what not to do, because this methodology is going to give you about a D+ rating. Another strategy that people will often do is that they will share a link, like a sticker, like, link, there's a link now, a sticker, that you can paste a link into. Yes. Okay, cool. Well, the reason why that's not great is because, again, you have no way of knowing who actually clicked on it. You have no way of knowing. So there's no way to follow up. And when we click a link, is there any conversation?
Guys, did you know that that's available? That's new to me. So you can share a story with a link sticker. I'm sure she's going to show us how to do that. But take note of that. That's really important, because it obviously means you can drop a certain sticker into your story, and then it automatically would be set up with your link in it, or you can drop a link in it as well. Let's watch out for that one.
Is there any dialogue? Is there any engagement? Is there any getting to know each other? No. So it doesn't build trust. It gets fewer views. I don't know if you know this, but when you use a sticker on your stories, just watch, some of your stories get a lot more views than others. You've seen this happen. Well, when you use a sticker that goes to a link, especially any place that's outside of Instagram, why would Instagram want to promote that, right? Why would Instagram say, like, let's make sure she's telling everyone to leave Instagram to go to her website. Let's make sure everyone sees that and everyone leaves. Mm-hmm. Hell no, that's not their goal. They don't want anybody to leave. So let's play Instagram's game, because you're not going to give many clicks with that. You're going to get even smaller click-through rate of those people who do. So I would maybe give that a C+ rating, but it's still not great. And I'm going to share with you a much better way. And it's this: just stop selling and start sharing. Okay. Can you see me? Slides are down. Just wave if you can see me and slides are down. Okay, cool. I'd like to know if there's anyone who you follow because they're constantly like showing cool things that they bought and cute, cool things that they find. And it's all over the place. It's like clothes, and it's their Amazon favorites, and it's their cleaning hacks, and it's just like all kinds of stuff. And you're like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For those of you that don't follow anyone like that, oh boy, you don't even know what you don't know what you're missing. I mean, your bank account can thank you, but if you do follow someone like that, you're in for it. Especially if like they're really good at finding like great deals and great things. You're like, I need that. Like I'm looking around in my office right now, and I don't think there's anything in here that I've purchased that other than like I've got this Barbie doll over here. Other than that, and Barbie doll's up there. Other than that, everything in my office I've purchased because I saw somebody else talk about it. And I'm like, I have to have it. Like, this is like a makeup thing that this girl on TikTok invented. I'm like, well, I have to have it. I mean, I have a million makeup bags, but when she demonstrated, I'm like, well, I have to have that. I've had like a problem with my voice lately going hoarse. I saw someone on YouTube using this. Okay, well, I have to have it. Like we buy things not because we saw an advertisement. We buy things because somebody shared their experience, their problem, and then they solved it. And they said, okay, this is what worked for me. And the biggest mistake, if you take away nothing from our time together today, if you remember what I'm about to say, in fact, I just want you to paraphrase it, what I'm about to say, you'll get it. Stop just promoting your stuff. Nobody cares. Be the person who people are like, oh, she's got the best suggestions. Start suggesting and sharing all the things in your life that are great, that make your life better, that are a good deal, that are a good find to help you. Stop just sharing your stuff. And actually, you need to stop, I call it like gatekeeping all the cool stuff that you know about and all the cool stuff that you buy. Here's another dumb thing. Okay, so I have ADHD and I have a really hard time estimating how much time has passed. Like right now, I couldn't tell you how much time has passed for us. By just guessing. But what I do have is this, and it is it shows me visually how much time I have left. This helps me estimate time. I think it was like $15 or something. I got it on Amazon. I talked about this on my Instagram stories. Now, is this my business?
So guys, put it in the chat if you are right now sitting thinking, I'm going to go into Amazon and buy one of those, because I am. I'm sitting thinking right now, I'm going to go into Amazon and I'm going to buy that. That's what you call affiliate marketing. Sheena, you say, no, not you. You know, it's such an easy way to keep time, especially if you're always doing calls. And, you know, it's the worst when speakers go over time. Love it.
Sell this? No. I share stuff every single day on my stories, every single day, that are just make my life easier. So therefore, when I also share my own businesses and my own products, it's all seamless because I've already built the trust. I've already built the rapport. I'm already good for it. You know what I'm saying? You know that person who gives, okay, this is my mom and dad. Do not ask Marge and Bill for a movie recommendation. They like every movie. Do not ask them unless there's a sex scene. Then they hated it. It was horrible. But other than that, every movie they've ever seen is the best movie ever. So you cannot trust that they're not good for it. You see what I'm saying? You want to be good for it. In fact, sometimes on my stories, I also talk about things that I bought that didn't work and did not live up to the hype. Is anybody watching what Bethany Frankel is doing right now on Instagram or on TikTok? Watch Bethany Frankel. She's a multi-millionaire, right? What is she doing right now? She is reviewing drugstore makeup. Does she sell makeup? No. Why is she doing that? Trust. Yeah. I could be done right now. Tell me, give me a number one if you're like, okay, aha moment. I get it. Beautiful. That is the most important thing I can leave you with, is just start sharing friggin' everything. You've got the best way to make oatmeal in the morning, friggin' share it. You've got, like, you love your hairspray and you forget about all the products you use all the time. You love them and why you love them. Start sharing it all the time. And instead of sharing a link, do this. Okay, this is huge, y'all. Send me a message if you want more info, and I'll send you the link. So what you've done is, instead of saying, here's the link, click on it, go away, you said, let's have a conversation. Right? So this is the new methodology. This is the far more effective, far more updated, far more trustworthy way of crushing it on social media. And I would love to tell you that, like, there's a big mystery. This is legitimately how I have sold over $6 million worth of. A lot of these things are virtual programs and academies and physical products too, using Instagram stories without ads and without selling. I'm not even trying. You know what I mean? And it's really about taking the time to have conversations. So if you're not willing to have conversations with people, this doesn't work as well. You've got to be willing to have a lot of conversations, but this is your job. And if you take it seriously, you devote the time to it, right? All right, so let me go back to sharing some of these slides so I can share with you examples so you can see, like, what this actually looks like. Where is it? Pull it back. Okay, here we go. So there's the new approach. You can take a screenshot of that, but I think you already understand that. Yeah. So it's sales versus influence. And I think the old way of looking at things, and when I say old way, I mean like literally even just as far back as 2020, like we're not talking that long ago that people were doing this. They were selling, but today it's about influence. And influence, what that looks like is it's explaining something, it's describing it, it's demonstrating it. That's what influence is. Influence is just like you're just using something in your stories and you haven't even mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes such a huge difference, is not selling people. Like, so for example, if I were right now to just put these droppers in my eyes, and you can see how much whiter my eyes get, and I say, I love these. And I don't tell you the name of the brand. You're going to be like, wait, that's organic. That's going to create curiosity. That's going to create you asking me a question, versus if I said, hey guys, so click the link. And because I think you guys are going to love these too. Now, which one feels like you're in control? It feels much more like you're in control when you get to ask me, not me telling you what to do. That's a big difference in the way that we do things. Also, describing the benefits. Like I just said, what did I say about this? I didn't say how many ounces it comes in, 0.17 fluid ounces. That's a feature. I didn't tell you that this fits in your purse. That's a feature. I gave you the benefit. The benefit is it makes my eyes bright white and hydrates them. Those are benefits. Then I also you also want to talk about your personal experience. Like, why is it you love the thing that you're using? Why is it you love making your omelet this way? Why is it you style your hair this way? Why is it you organize your cutlery the way that you do? Why is it, like, why do you fold your towels the way that you fold them? Like, all of these things. Okay, and this is a really big one. It's called the anti-sell, or as I like to call it, the YSK. YSK stands for you should know. Okay. When you talk to your girlfriend or your husband or whoever, someone who you need them to, trust you, right? Then if I'm going to tell you to go watch a documentary, let's just say this, I'm going to tell you to go watch a documentary that I thought was amazing, but the first 10 minutes are pretty slow. That's a you should know. Because if you start watching that documentary in the first 10 minutes, you're like, this sucks. I'm so bored. Then you're already like, she told me to watch something that's no good, right? But if I tell you, that's the anti-sell, but you should probably know. I love this lip gloss. It's amazing, but you should probably know it's also kind of sticky. So like, do not wear this on a windy day. That's the anti-sell. And you know what industry never does this? Network marketers. Because you're so afraid to say bad, share your real opinion. about some of the products that you actually don't care for. And you know what that does? It makes us not trust you. I follow all the network marketers and I see the ones who are doing it right and the ones who are doing it wrong. And the ones who are doing it wrong are the ones who are like, every single product, they're like, you guys, I am obsessed. This is amazing. You guys, this is so amazing. No, I doubt it. I mean, maybe, but not everything that your company produces do you love. And therefore we lose trust. It's okay. Even products that I create for my own business, my own physical products, there are certain products I like less than others. And it doesn't make sense. It's not believable if I pretend I like all of them the same way. Okay. And ultimately, the biggest difference is giving people an invitation versus manipulation. When I say, hey, if you want more information about this, just click the link. That feels a little bit like I have to do something versus if I just say, I love this lip gloss. It's amazing. Like it feels like I had lip injections and all I did was put on some lip gloss. It's amazing. Now you get to decide if you want to ask me where to get it, right? It's completely different. So type a yes if you want to see some examples of what this looks like in stories, how I do this. Okay, good. Type a yes. All right. And you'll have to let me know if you can hear the video, but this is a story template and I'm going to share with you all 4 steps and I'm going to let you screenshot them. Okay. So go ahead and screenshot this first one. This is your first story template. And in fact, if you want to have all these templates sent to you, you can just take a screenshot of that URL at the bottom, Chalene.com/5-step, and I'll send you these templates. So you can just fill in the blank your own. Okay. But in the meantime, think about how you would use this. Okay. This is a story. If you don't follow me on Instagram, how dare you? Rude. Let's change that. But if you do follow me on Instagram, I posted this story today. This is me sharing. Remember, we don't sell, we share. This is me sharing, but watch. So I start with a problem and I'm trying to help people identify, like, is this something you deal with? Because not everyone does. As you can see, 8% of my audience was not interested, but 9% of my audience wasn't interested. 91% said, yeah, this is a problem I have. And the problem is that when I put things in a drawer and then I put other things on top of it, I forget that I have the thing. And I said, does anyone else deal with this? Right? So the first thing you want to do is a story template. And the key here is to use a sticker, because the sticker creates engagement. When anyone taps your stories, it's telling Instagram, I'm not only watching this, I'm engaged physically a part of this. I'm invested. Okay. So put a story sticker on there. Like, do you have this problem too? Then your next step is to relate to the problem by sharing your own personal story. So here's my example. Ready? Can't be the only one who does this. When I put something away in a drawer, if there's anything on top of that thing, it's as if I don't have it. I will buy it again, or I will never wear it again. Did you hear that? Yes. Okay. Type in number 1 if that's a problem for you too. You're like, yeah, I put things away and I forget that I have them. Like, especially for me, it's yoga tights. Like, how many pairs of black yoga tights do I really need? It's unknown to me. Okay. So then my next story, this is step 3, is just to share how I solve that problem for me. Okay. So watch. And you can hear this. Yes. Just nod. Okay, cool. So and now I'm going to show, okay, you said you had the same problem. I related to the problem. And now I'm going to show you my solution. Okay, here's my solution. So I bought these towel racks. I stacked one on top of the other. It allows me to quickly put my leggings away without having to fold them. I can see all the colors. I can see what I've worn recently, what I have more of, what colors I don't need to buy more of because I have enough already. For bra tops, same thing. Like, I don't have to fold them. I can see what colors I have. I just put them on these towel racks. It's in my Amazon store, but I hope that helps. Did you like that? Did you like that little demo? Okay, cool. So that was step 3, is I'm just showing, like, okay, here's how I solve this problem for me. And do you think I personally sell towel racks? Do you think I'm going to make any money from selling towel racks? No, I'm being helpful to my girlfriends. Like, this is from the guys who follow me don't freaking care. But this is me being like, okay, I am your girl. I got a hookup for you. right? Okay, so then your next step, the fourth step, is to, I'm not putting a link here. I'm telling people to send me a message. Say, just comment back to me, shop Amazon. And then I'll send you the link. Now, the reason why I'm doing that versus just posting a link up there is because I want to create this. There's so many reasons why I'm doing this. So many reasons. Number one, now I'm having a conversation I can follow back up on. Number two, it shows that person that I'm taking the time to actually share that information with them. Number three, it gives them the opportunity to ask more questions of me. Number four, I can go back and later look to see like, when did we first start talking and about what? To see all the reasons why this matters. Yeah. Okay. So that's 4 steps. Could you do that? Will you do that tomorrow with something? I don't care what it is. Maybe it's the way you clean your sponge. Maybe it's the way you get your towels white. Maybe it's the way you organize your Dropbox. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but there's a million things that you have figured out. That it's the system, it's the way, there's things you bought that, and you've got to get in the habit of doing this every single day, multiple times a day. How often can you do this? This is always the question I get. And I'm like, how often do you think you can do this? Once a day? Unlimited. Thank you, Tracy. Ding, 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 ding for Tracy. Yes, unlimited. Would you ever be watching my stories and seeing like cool hacks like this and go, God, I wish you would stop being so helpful. God, this is annoying. No, because we freaking love shopping and we love hacks, all the things. Okay, so let me share with you another example. Okay, this one's a 5-parter, and this one, thanks, Sarah. This one is going to help to improve your engagement because some of you really need to work on that engagement, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is a sticker. And I'm just going to ask a simple question. And notice that you don't always even have to use a picture of yourself. You can just grab something off of Canva. So my question is, do you notice that sometimes wine makes you feel like a zombie the next day? Yes, I hate it. Or no, not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to ask that question because people are like, I don't drink, or like, that's not my problem. Then they can tune out, right? Okay, so that's step one. Step two is I'm going to relate to the problem by telling my own personal story. I had no idea what was going on, but it was weird. All of a sudden, I could have like one cocktail and like even sometimes just one glass of wine. And the next day I would feel like I'd been hit by a Mack truck. Like I just would feel sick, have a headache, like hungover, and it didn't make sense. Okay, so I'm just telling my own story, right? Then the next step is this is again, for those it's an extra step, but this step really helps in so many ways. It's bringing them into the conversation. So it's instead of me having a monologue, I'm getting them to talk back to me. So I'm asking them, it's like, so how does that make you feel the next day? How does it make you feel? Right? And then I'm going to look at their answers. And their responses to that question tell me everything. Their words, if I use their words, they hear me. Right? So if I said, I feel like a Mack truck hit me, well, no one's using that language. Well, what language are they using? Headache, foggy, feel like crap, the flu. Like, so I need to use their language because when we're talking to someone, they're using our language. You're like this. It's like you're in my head. Oh my, I so relate to you, right? But if I'd used other language, then we just don't connect the same way. This is really invaluable. And I know what some of you are going to say, but what if nobody ever responds to questions? That's your fault. You got to get people to start talking to you. We teach people how to treat us. So you haven't been doing this enough. That's all. You're not asking interesting enough questions. It just takes time. Don't give up. Okay. So that was the third step. Here's the fourth step is now that I've shared that and notice this, you guys, check out how I'm a ninja. This is how I'm a ninja. And I'm going to teach you how to be a ninja. I'm going to use their language now. I'm going to pull them back into the story. So listen. Then I start listening to this podcast from a biohacker that I follow. And he starts talking about this company that he's discovered that basically goes to little small family-owned vineyards in Europe, and they bring to the United States, they import 100% organic, completely sulfate-free, preservative-free, less than 1 gram of sugar, less than 1 gram of carbohydrates, and they import those wines and champagnes into the United States. And I'm like, where do I sign up? Super affordable. I love it. I have it shipped to me every single month. And I'm not encouraging people to drink, but I'm saying if you are going to have an adult beverage, you should have something that is not like putting toxins. You should know what you're putting in your body, and you shouldn't have to feel like crap the next day. So I'm telling you, game changer, such a difference. If you want the information, just tap the little wine bottle and I'll send you the details. Okay. So now what I did there is I didn't say tap a link. I used another engagement sticker. And now anyone who tapped that link, all I have to do is send them a message, right? So that's the 5th step, is to just ask them to tap a sticker, but not a link sticker. Got the difference? So then really quick, this is what you do. You wait for people to respond to the poll, right? The people who said that they want, the wine, you wait for the people to respond, and then you swipe up to see who said, yeah, clicked on the little wine bottle. And then, so you select that. And then you just hit the little paper airplane to all those people who said, yes, I want to know. And you can just copy and paste the same message to them if you want, or you can personalize it. You can start a dialogue. Simple, right? We're flying. Okay, here's one that, this is my son's dog. Okay, this is my son's dog. Do you want me to tell you something right now that means I'm going to get nicer Christmas presents this year? Mm-hmm. This dog is on pace right now to make over $100,000. Their friggin' dog. Because they figured out how to share. This dog is, it's a cute dog, but it's not like a puppy. You know what I'm saying? It's a cute dog. And I'm the grandma of this dog, but I'm still like, it's not that cute. But the reason why this dog is making money is because the dog parents are sharing everything that they do for the dog. Like everything. They're sharing everything, including these little buttons that they taught their dog to like hit the nose on the button, and then the dog's the food, you know what I mean? Water, whatever. Like they think the dog's talking. I'm like, you've just trained it. But anyway, I won't argue with them because the dog is making money. But it doesn't even have to be you that's going on stories. They use pictures of their dog all the time. So here's another example. They identify the problem. They're asking, hey, do you wish your dog could tell you what it wants? Because we used to struggle to know if our dog wanted to go out to play or had to go to the bathroom or whatever. So they're describing the problem. 3rd step is they're asking a question. They're getting people engaged. What do you wish you could have your dog communicate with you? And people are responding, right? And then they're like, cool, here's the solution. We taught our dog how to use these buttons so that we know what it is she's trying to tell us. And then ultimately, hey, send me a message and I'll send you the link. So they used a word. They just used the word talk. So if anyone sends them the word talk, they're going to send them the message. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let me know in the chat, type a yes if you'd like to see some examples of how to create curiosity in stories. Okay, I'm sorry, in reels, because reels are a little different, right? Because we don't have that same kind of engagement. Instagram's playing with this, it's just not working as well. But can I be very clear? Your reels, you might do 1 or 2 a day. Stories, you should be doing all day long, y'all. You know that, right? You should just be going crazy with your stories. Okay, but here's what it looks like in your reels. You need to create curiosity. When we are curious, what do we do? When we are curious, what do we do? Pop quiz. When you're curious, yes, we ask questions. We investigate, we ask questions. Okay, curiosity creates questions. Answers, when we answer their questions, it creates trust, and trust ultimately creates sales. I'm going to share with you some examples. These are both from my sister. This is my sister, Janelle. Okay, she also happens to be in network marketing. Okay, now watch. Okay, this video performed really, really well. She created a video where she shared a specific recipe on how to make protein balls. The video was so good at providing all the details that there were no questions, just compliments. Even though this video performed very well, it didn't create an opportunity to connect. So her video, she gave step-by-step how to make the recipe. She shared what type of protein shake she used, and she gave the exact recipe. So all the comments were yummy, it looks good. Oh my God, I want to eat this. Not one person said, asked her a question. They're all compliments. So if there's no question, is there any need for dialogue? No. Okay. So let me share with you another example. Okay. Now in this video, she's sharing what she does in a day and what she eats in a day. You're seeing some of the regular meals, some concoctions, shakes, salads, desserts, but she's not sharing specifics. But check out all the questions it generated, creating lots of opportunity for conversations. See the difference? See the difference? So I think we have been, you've been told this. I know you have, because I make the same mistake too, like value, 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 right? Haven't you guys been told that? Like your posts need to be valuable. And so when she made her first post, no fault to her, it was super valuable, like an incredibly valuable post, but so valuable that it didn't have any questions. And if we don't have questions, then is that my, that was my little timer to tell me that I'm at 30 minutes. Okay, good. Is that still going off? Okay, how do I stop it? I'm sure it's me. There's no, oh, there it is. Okay, hang on, we're good. Whew, okay, I'm here to keep you on track and on time, Sarah. I know, I understand the mission. Okay, so which one of these created more curiosity? Obviously, the one that probably as a viewer was a little bit more frustrating to watch because you wanted I want all those things. I want to know about the salad. I want to know about that chocolate shake looking thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so here's another example. Watch. See all the questions? Look at all those questions. Yeah, tons and tons of questions. So what did she do that led to so many questions? It was quick. So people probably watched it multiple times. It was a demonstration. She transformed herself, but she didn't give you any information. I don't know what color she used. I don't know what brand she used. I don't have any product information. So I have to ask all those questions. Here's another one. But I feel better when I'm dancing. This says I started running 12 weeks ago at 46 and a half years old. I swore I would never run on purpose. I wear shorts and I'm down over 100 pounds. Okay. I have questions. Don't you have questions? Do you want to know did she lose 100 pounds in 12 weeks? Did she used to run all the things, right? But she didn't answer. She just shared her story and she shared her results and she didn't explain the how. She didn't explain the how. So now people want to know. Here's another quick one. Check me out. Check me out. Boom, bam, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow. Okay. Did she clearly show you the label of the product? No, it was flying by. So, I mean, she used a trend. She shared the benefits, quick transitions, fast text. So now, here's the thing with fast text. I know it makes people angry. You're like, I couldn't read it. It went by so fast. I mean, I get those comments too. But yeah, I know. That's the point. Because guess what you have to do? You have to watch it 5 more times. That's the point. So these things should fly by. Got it? Okay, want to see another one? This one's 5 seconds.
I feel like this could be better.
That's me. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't tell you what I did. I just talked about the fact, I just showed the fact that I have blotchy, transparent skin, Scottish Irish skin. And I'm not going to lay out in the sun. No, thank you, skin cancer. And nylons are, that we left those behind in 1990. Was it probably about 1990? Yeah. So what other choice do I have? Here we go.
I feel like this could be better.
Now, do you think that I sell the product that I'm demonstrating here? I don't. No, this is a drugstore brand. This is me sharing things that make my life better all the time. I rarely share my own stuff on Reels, especially, but you have to get to the place where people know that you're sharing all your best stuff. You want to get good for it. You want to be where people are like, Shalene, my Amazon, you know, my husband wants to kill me because every time I watch your Instagram stories, I'm buying stuff. You know what that tells me? That doesn't tell me I'm good at sales. It tells me people trust me. And that's really, really important. Here's another great example.
It is so easy to transform yourself every day. You know, I love transformations. What will she come up with today? Let me think. Ooh, wait a minute. And boom, here you go. Got on my nice little hair. I fluffed it up. I'm like a Farrah Fawcett looking girl today. Hey, 58 looks pretty good.
Are you like, what? When I watched that, I was like, I need to zoom in on her teeth. Is that really the same person? Like literally, right? Like, wait a second. Is this a filter? Like I had so many questions, but why did that work? Because it was an amazing transformation. She did a transition. She shared, it was more than one product. Like I think she's in a network marketing company, but she didn't just promote her network marketing products. She also talked about hair extensions. She also put on earrings. You know, like there's a lot more going on than just her product. That's the other thing network marketers make the mistake of doing. They're like, just this oil. No, if you're telling me how to heal naturally from your cold, then talk to me about this. Talk to me about this. Talk to me about the tea that you drink. Talk to me about sleep. If you're just talking to me about this, you know what I know you're doing? You're selling me and I'm running. I don't want to be sold. This should be like a throwaway. The harder you're trying, the more obvious it is to us that you're selling. Okay, here's a reel that I did. Are you guys ready for that? I had to hire a virtual assistant just to send people. There's a lot of drinkers out there. I'm in the wrong business for sure. Okay, so watch. This is just a video that I filmed. I live at the beach and I filmed a glass of wine on the beach. Watch. In this video, I just placed a bottle of wine on the beach. And in the captions, I explained why this wine was better than the wines I was drinking before and how much it helped me to alleviate headaches and hangovers. And I didn't include any other additional information. I didn't say where to buy it, how much it cost, and I didn't name the company. Instead, I said, if you'd like more information, drop a comment below. Yep, look at that, 4,000. That reel went viral and I had no idea. I'm like, of course, the reel that took 15 seconds and I didn't have to put on hair and makeup, that's the reel that went viral. And it's not something I sell, but it helped me to build trust with my audience. Okay. So think about the reasons why people buy. People buy because it saves them time. It can make them money. It helps them to avoid pain or loss. It transforms people or it improves people, makes them happy. I mean, these are really important things to think about when you consider that the reason why people buy. Why do people buy wine? To save time, to make money, to avoid pain, maybe, to feel good. That's like the number one reason why people buy, right? But even if you have all of those things, the one thing you have to have is trust. And trust happens when we have conversations. That's what builds trust. Time builds trust. So if you just got into this, if you just got on Instagram and you're just starting to understand this, let me be very honest with you. This isn't going to happen overnight. You have to do this day after day. It is persistence. The reason why I am an 8-figure earner is not because I'm taller or smarter, because I'm none of those things. It's just, I don't stop. I just keep plugging away. I don't run. I don't sprint. It's a slow marathon, slow, but I don't stop. So if you just be persistent and do things for the right reason, it'll all work out. I promise you that. Okay, so here's your assignment. Start sharing every day as often as you can. Get in the habit. You've got to do it every single day. And if you want the template for the way that we do this on stories and the way that I do this on reels, so you can plug in your own stuff, just go to Shalene.com/5-step and I'll send it to you. Cool. And I know everyone's going to ask me about the wine. So if you are following me on Instagram, just send me a DM with the word wine.
We'll stop it there. What did you guys think of that?
Common sense.
So common sense, hey?
But so much that we're doing wrong. Well, so much that I'm doing wrong.
100%. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to do my best. This is within an inner circle, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but I'm going to do my best to get that section on a separate video so we can watch that again and again and again, because I think it is one of those things you want to see again and again. Powerful, powerful stuff. Did you hear at the end she said she is an 8-figure earner? What does that mean? 10+ million a year. Wow. 10+ million. That's more than any LiveVantage consultant, more than Carrie Dickey. And she doesn't even have a solid business or one business that she works for. She's an affiliate marketer. This is the way the world is going. So I want to encourage you, all those people, I don't know if you made a list of them, I'll pop it up in the chat. If you are on Instagram, go look for these people and follow them. If you are not on Instagram, I mean, if you're not, go see if you can find them on Facebook. Also, she does do coaching as well. Go and find her YouTube channel and see if there's more coaching and stuff that you may want to watch over time. Maybe even this kind of coaching, I'm pretty sure will be there and you can watch it again and again. So how do you feel about us taking the next 30 minutes and we each create some kind of a story? Now, not about our products, something in your home, something in your office. It could be, what about your favorite 5 books? And then, like, let's say, this is one of my favorites, Retire Your Husband. What about just a picture of the book and then over the top of it, one little line that really changed your thinking? Or not all, as she said, not all posts or stories or reels will create business for you, but it's about giving value to people. So think about your audience, think about the people that follow you. Certainly for me, I have a lot of followers in network marketing. So if I shared my top 3 or top 5 most impacting books in network marketing, that's going to help my audience. So whatever it is for you, maybe you've got a beautiful garden and you want to quickly hop out and go take 5 shots and show your garden and, say at the end, say something like, click on, put up a little picture with a flower, like what you showed us, the link thing, and then say, or do the poll. If you do the poll, you can do 2 different flowers or 2 different pictures. Just say, click on the rose if you want my fertilizing secrets or my pruning secrets or whatever the heck it can be. Okay, be creative, think outside of the box, but also follow people and rip off what they do. Really, that is the best advice I can give you. You don't have to create it all on your own. You have to come up with all the ideas on your own. Go follow people, see what they do, and just rip it off.
Can I just ask a question? I've done a few reels, and I don't know where you find how people, they tell you that you've got 500 people responding, but I can't see who they are.
Okay, so obviously that's on Insta, because guys, the Facebook version of Reels is stories, right? So on Facebook you do stories, and on Insta you do Reels. I am not very, very good yet on Insta. I've got to be honest, guys, I haven't really worked Insta that hard, but it is one of my goals to get really good at Insta, because I think there is more leads. There are more leads coming off Insta than Facebook in a certain target market. But who can answer that question? Who knows? Where do you find who's liked or looked at your reels? Anybody answer that?
As far as I'm aware, you can't find out who's looked at your reels.
But if they've liked it?
Yeah, they're not.
It's not your stories. Your stories on Facebook, yes, but not reels.
Yeah.
What you'll get is a notification that so and so liked your reel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the only way you can track who's watching your reel.
Yeah. And also 500 people viewed it, but I don't know who they are.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's why I'm now going back to Instagram.
If in doubt, just Google it. So Google says likes and reactions that you leave on a reel can be seen by other people. So in other words, if you like a reel or comment on it, somebody else can see that. To see a list of who else on Facebook liked it. Ooh. In the bottom right corner, tap the number and it'll show you who liked it.
But that's Facebook. That's easy, but
That's
it's not on,
Facebook,
it's not
yeah.
reels, because reels are Instagram.
It's saying to see the likes on one of your reels, just open one and on your phone and tap the number on the right-hand side of the screen. It will give you the list. So go play around, guys. Go try. I may do the same now and see if I can see who's liked any of mine. Okay.
I don't know how to do the polls and all of those sticker things. I don't know where they are, where you put them or how you put them.
Okay, I'll show you now. Oh yeah, I can see. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is my Insta and I've gone across here. So these posts are here. I've gone across here into Reels. Click on Reels, it shows me all my Reels. And then it shows numbers. You see all the numbers, 105 or whatever. I don't know what that 105, it's probably how long a little video was, I would imagine, but you just hover over it, it will show you. And then if you just click on the heart, so that's who's liked it, it comes up and here's the list on the right-hand side.
Is that for the reels?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Let me try another
You
one.
know, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Let's try another one. So this one, let's get from there. 15. I don't think it's showing it actually. Let's see here. 93 views. No, I don't think you can see it because it does show you how many there's been, but when you click on it, it's not showing who they were.
That's why I stopped using it, because I like to know who they are.
So the thing to do then is to add, when you're creating a reel, is to add like a poll, so they actually have to, or not have to, but so that they add a picture, you know, they tap on something, because then you're going to get a message about that. Does it not come up under your notifications if somebody looks at your reels?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you look here, guys. This guy just liked, yeah, look here.
Yeah.
So liked your reel. See?
Yeah.
I've got it.
Go to your notifications, and that's where you can see it all.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that.
No worries.
But the stickers, where do we find the stickers?
Okay, so gosh, it's been ages since I've made a reel, but let's give it a quick shot.
In a friendly tutorial on how to film, edit, and post an Instagram reel. I know how overwhelming and even intimidating it can be to create and edit reels, especially when you're just getting started. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through the Reels interface and show you step by step how to make a reel. So let's get right into it. First, open up your Instagram app. There's 3 ways to start creating a reel. You can tap the plus button at the top right of the home feed. Swipe right as if you're creating a story and find Reels at the bottom. Or tap the camera in the top right of the Reels home feed. We're going to press into it here. So once you enter into the Reels editor, you'll see a bunch of options on the right side. Let's go through them all. The first one, the music symbol, is where you can tap to add audio. You can search through Instagram's music library and look through your saved audio. We really recommend saving audio. It's such a massive time saver. So when you're scrolling reels throughout the day, which I know you are, tap on the audio and bookmark it so you can easily find it and use it later. Next, the 30 with a circle around it indicates your video length. By tapping on it, you can select if you'd like to record a 15, 30, or 60-second reel. It's typically safest to set it a bit longer. You don't have to use the whole time, but it'll save you from getting cut off. The 1x button refers to the speed you'd like to record your reel in. Below that is the layout icon if you'd like to film on a split screen. And last, the timer feature. Here you can set a countdown to give yourself time to get in place before recording and select the length of the clips you'd like to record. This is especially helpful for lip syncing audio so you don't have to memorize everything all at once. Now let's get to recording. You can record a reel by tapping the circle at the bottom of the screen and holding it down. Or if you set a timer, the camera will count down and start recording once it gets to 0. If you record outside the app, you can also upload your video by tapping on the film roll icon on the bottom left and hit next. For this example, I'm going to use a few clips I already recorded outside the app. What's great about the Reels editor is that you can upload multiple clips, rearrange and trim them all within the app. Once the video is good to go, it's time to add text and set the on-screen duration. You can see how the Reels interface for adding text is exactly like Instagram stories, so there's no learning curve here. To add text, simply tap on the double A at the top of the screen and type whatever you want to say. And then if you want to have the text pop up at a certain part of the clip, tap the highlight text preview at the bottom of the screen. Here you can drag the slider to time the appearance of your text. Since these are clips I recorded outside the app, I haven't added in any music yet, so I can do that now by tapping the music icon at the top. You'll see there's also an option to add a voiceover where I can record myself and adjust the volume of the audio as well. You can also add stickers to your reels by tapping the happy face icon and selecting GIFs. Pick your GIF, place it on the screen, and then set the duration just like you did for the text right before. If you're talking in your video, you should definitely add captions. On Reels, there's an automatic caption sticker. We highly recommend using this to make your content more inclusive. When you're happy with how your reel looks, hit next to publish. Here.
Okay, guys, it's super easy. You know, it's oftentimes just a matter of pick up your phone and just play with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just quickly did it. Just go into Insta.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through it now. Go into Insta and you tap at, so you'll see on the top left is your little picture, your profile picture, and there's a plus on it. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
No? Who's saying no? So if you're on your phone, you should be able to, Margie, can you see it?
Well, unfortunately, I'm locked out of Insta at the moment. I've just
Oh, no.
I've just had to ask Angelica for my password and stuff. I can't get in.
Okay.
I'm going to do it on Facebook story and then send it to Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go into Instagram, you should see a little profile photo, and then there should be a plus on it, which is add either a story or a reel.
Yeah.
Then you come up to, it'll show you your album of photos, and it'll show a little camera. So if you tap on the camera, it's going to allow you to do a little video, and videos we know are way more effective than just doing a picture of something. So I literally just picked up this book and I just did like a up and down. So it's a bit interesting, and saved it. Okay, and then you'll see there's a couple of icons. Now there's one right at the top there that looks like a little square, the second from the last. It's got like a little face on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you tap on that, that's where it gives you the option to add the poll, Margie.
Oh, okay.
It says poll. You just tap on poll and it'll then allow you to add in 2 words. So it's a yes or a, I never do yes or no. I do yes or yes, 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 or, you know, yes or 100%, or you want to try and keep it upbeat and positive. I see there's the link. Can you see the link one too? It's been a while since I've been on Insta, but see the link? So obviously it's the second row up. If you tap on link, you can now drop a link in behind that. There's quiz, there's countdown, there's all sorts of stuff. Play with it. Remember, reels are only on there for 24 hours and it's gone. So even if you put up the worst reel ever, just do it. Just put it up, let it go. Test it. It's not there forever. It's not like you can't delete it. And so if I select poll, I'm going to say, have you read this? So yes, I have, or not yet. And you can ask as many questions as you want. So you can now change the color of the poll to make it stand out. And, you can then add text as well if you want. So there's AA means the text. So you add the text, you can add music, little speakers there, you can add a music in there. And once you've done, you've literally just gone through all the little icons. You're happy with it, then you just press done. Post, do the next one, next book, next book, next book. So I'm going to start with a plain background and just put in text. Something like book quiz or something, and then I'm asking, have you read these? And then a yes or no, would love to. And I'll just do like 5 in a row, just, as a test really for me to see if I get engagement on it.